Hey everybody, Tony D with your Hollywoke hot take. Nobody is here. Movie theaters reopen, but audiences stay away. Well, no kidding. No kidding. You scared the hell out of people. They've all lost their jobs, a good portion of them, or they had a financial shakeup. You got to pay taxes on unemployment benefits in case you don't know it, unless they take it out for you. Um, who the heck has time to go to the movies? Everything's all up in the air. And the movies aren't exactly clean. The movie theaters that I've been to, I love going to the movies, but they were kind of gross. Sitting in seats that people had sat in and sweated in, all sticky stuff all over the floor. People just throw their trash anywhere. Pretty much minimum wage people doing all the sweeping up. You're not going to get a very clean experience, in my view. Even with these new seats and everything. I mean, movies were going out anyway. They were in trouble because, you could rent a movie at home and watch it at your leisure. Usually rent a movie, you get it for 24 or 48 hours. Watch half of it and go out and come back, watch the rest of it. You make a sandwich, you can go to the bathroom, you can pause it, you can wind it back. I missed that dialogue. You can watch it again. I mean, going to the theater sucks. Going to the theater sucks. And I've done this rant before, but I'll do it again. It sucks so much to see regular commercials ahead of a movie. I don't mind seeing previews. I like seeing previews, obviously. But you're going to show me like a commercial for Coke ahead of the movie? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And not for nothing, but Jesus, I come into the theater. The movie's supposed to start at 3. It's 3:45 and the movie hasn't started. Why? Oh, right. Because I've been sitting here for 45 minutes watching commercials and previews. I don't even remember what I bought the ticket for. I'm out of candy already because I've already eaten the candy. I've been sitting here bored out of my mind. Just play the movie. Play the damn movie. If you want to advertise something, put up a sign or something. You're going to play 10 commercials ahead of the movie. Why am I going to the theater? What experience am I getting? I want a nice experience. I want to sit. I want to relax. I want to enjoy the movie with a lot of people. That's why I'm there. I don't want to enjoy commercials with the people. I don't want to enjoy. It's just annoying. Charge me another $1. Don't play the damn commercials. Just don't. If you build it, they will come. The motto was popularized by Kevin Costner's character in the 1989 movie Field of Dreams. But such advice today in a post-pandemic world is BS. Take, for example, Christopher Nolan's movie Tenet, released on September 3rd, was supposed to mark the arrival of the movie theater industry, according to NYT. Well, there's your problem. You follow the New York Times down a rabbit hole, I got no sympathy for you. Ahead of the opening, Robin Hood traders in August piled into movie theater stocks, including Cineworld and AMC, in anticipation Americans would rush back to the theaters. How'd that work out? Ooh, look at this chart. So you can see Tenet released there, and you get a little bit of a peek, and then doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. But theater stocks dumped into corrections days after the movie was released due to the fact that the film collected $9.4 million in its first weekend in North America, just $29.5 million over its first 2 weeks. The disappointing turnout has made one thing clear. Quote, "We have no way of forecasting how long it will take for the consumer comfort with indoor movie theaters to return." Rich Greenfield, the founder of Lightshed Partners media research firm, wrote in a note on Monday. Well, yeah, that and Hollywood's been crapping on people for eons. First off, they're going woke and going broke. They did a lot of that. Although the word is that's over, but we've yet to see that. So, Hollywood has to get back to the basics. They got to do some kick-ass movies with hot chicks and people that America wants to see. They don't want to be lectured in their movie. I don't want to see a woke movie where like, oh look, it's an analogy for Black Lives Matter, everyone. No one wants to say that. Stop it. Okay? You know, uh, Black Panther was a perfectly good movie. Perfectly good. Had lots of action, had sexy women in it, a good story, fun special effects and fight scenes, and it didn't uh, jam down the wokeness. It didn't jam the wokeness down my throat. You know, there's some issues with Wakanda and their whole deal, but you know, overall, it's a fun movie. It's a comic book movie. Everybody was looking forward to a sequel, but now, you know, there's so much woke stuff in the pipeline. I think the Marvel stuff's just gonna go right into the toilet. That's my prediction. Um, Even with theater capacity limited to 50% in most of the country and 68% of the theater chains reopened by Labor Day, the promotion of Tenet still did not entice Americans to return to indoor movie theaters as beer virus cases continued to rage in late summer heading into fall. Well, yeah, and look, Tenet looks cool. I like time travel. I mean, it's not really a time travel movie. It looked like a cool movie with some time travel related elements. But that's not, it wasn't, to me, that wasn't a summer blockbuster I had to go see. You know, a summer blockbuster I had to go see was Avengers Endgame or something, you know, something that tied into the Marvels movies. If you want to go back a few years, you know, Back to the Future. That was a blockbuster. You know, Back to the Future 2. Oh, yeah, I got to go see that. First one was great. Second one was even better. Stuff like that. That's fun. You know, they blew it with the Star Wars movie. I mean, the Star Wars movies wasn't just a betrayal of Star Wars. It was a betrayal of the blockbuster. Because you didn't even make a blockbuster, really. You made a lecturing, in my view, a lumbering, lecturing giant that was just too ostentatious for its own good and too lecturing. Don't lecture people in a movie. It's not what it's for, especially in a Star Wars movie. It's supposed to be fun. This is the problem with social justice warriors. They're not fun. They don't have a sense of humor. They're too serious about everything. Everything's about politics. Everything's serious. If you step out of line, they crush you. So how are you supposed to do comedy under those circumstances? I'll tell you the movie that people want to see. I do a comic called Super Frat. It's about a superpowered fraternity. It would be a great movie. The pitch is Animal House meets the Justice League. There you go. It's a bunch of idiot frat guys with superpowers using them in the most irresponsible ways possible. That's a movie. That movie writes itself. It's a good movie. So, you know, Tenet, it looked cool. I'd go see it. It's more of a rental, really. I mean, that's something I'd get. Oh, well, I'll rent it. But, you know, going to see a movie right now, you need a blockbuster. You need Arnold Schwarzenegger shooting like 100 guys and saving the bikini models. Arnold's a little long in the tooth for those kinds of movies, and you know, he was in the woke Terminator movie, so he's got a lot of divorce money to pay out. Poor guy, he's very divorced. But you know, he's got hundreds of millions, so hopefully he's still hanging in there. But you know, these guys got a high overhead, so you don't know. The rumor was Robin Williams had to go back on the road to make some money. He owed a lot of his wives money. And that was part of the pressure on him. You know, you think these guys are just insanely wealthy. Some of them are, and some of them are not. A lot of them get ripped off, too, like athletes. You know, with athletes, maybe they're not as financially savvy, but like actors, they'll go off, they'll, you know, have a great time with girls and drugs and cars and vacations and do all this fun stuff, and then meanwhile their accountant's screwing them over. But back to theaters. I mean, look at this picture. Nobody's here. It's a picture of a theater. Yeah, I mean, look, it sucks to go to a theater. It just sucks. It's too expensive. The snacks are too expensive. You guys got to do something to make this work. I get it. You were making your money on the snacks. It's time to kick up your game. It's time to either, I don't know, get super high end with it and justify those prices, or come up with a different model entirely. You know, maybe sell a ticket and then you can come anytime during the day if there's a seat available. You know, that kind of thing. Then maybe people could come. They could watch two movies if they want. You know, that's what I used to do anyway back in the day. I used to go to the movie theater. I'd buy a ticket, go early, and then I'd slip into the next theater and see another movie. But, you know, very few people do that. So if you raise the price but offered that service, like, hey, you know, for another $2, you know, we raised the price $2, but now you can see any movie you want all day. You know, your ticket lasts 24 hours. That could be a clever way. But you definitely have to change the inside of movie theaters. You know, the lounge chair was an interesting idea, but now you got less people in the theater. And now you got to deal with this beer virus. The first thing, unfortunately, is you have to wait until the election's over. And then the beer virus will be gone. Because the Democrats won't need it anymore. It's pretty much disappearing now. And the Republicans are going to be like, nope, time to get back to business. Beer virus, done. So after the election, when it's a non-issue, we suddenly unearthed some new information. So that's going to be a non-issue. So you need to come up with something. I think the straight up best solution, you got to serve beer. You got to serve beer in every movie theater. Every movie theater's got to have a liquor license. You got to serve beer. Get people liquored up. So that'll be the thing. You go to the theater, you get your drink on, you get a couple of drinks, you sit down, you get wasted while you watch the movies. I think that's the way to go. Brew and view, they call them, or used to. And don't make it like a thing where the waitress comes in during a movie. That's annoying. I think what has to happen is you turn that snack bar into a bar, right? You card people, do whatever you do. But, you know, you sell, get a mixologist, you know? You got to increase something. I mean, you're going to have to charge more money, but you probably make more money selling drinks. Yeah, bars make a lot of money. You know, in the state of New Jersey, you're going to need a liquor license, but, you know, a big chain like AMC or any of these other guys, I'm sure if they make the investment, you know, the payoff could be good. And that's my opinion. All right, that's your Hollywoke, and that's it for my videos tonight. Working on my secret projects, not quite done. Hopefully, I'm in the editing process. Hopefully, it'll be done soon. Check out my books at Amazon.com. Links in the description. And I will see you with Little Joan tomorrow.